Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to the Centurions Review, the punk rock band of War Game Review Institutions. In our last episode, Davus and his party of misfits went to a blacksmith in order to get better armor because they want to go on a new quest for Davus and the couatl. On the way there, they were attacked by a werewolf, and they were actually on the way back they were attacked by a werewolf, and on the way there they were attacked by some lizard men. So now they're about to enter the dungeon. So they make their way through the dungeon and meet up with Davus and the couatl, and they say they're ready to go on the quest. They need to take the couatl to a celestial library which he will guard for his entire life. Davus wishes him well, and the couatl takes the magic stone and casts a portal to take him to the world of Farain. They make it through the portal, and all is well. They're now on the new world of Farain. Davus asks the couatl, he's like, well, exactly how far is it to the Celestial Library? And the couatl says, well, on the way there, we have to stop at a set of ruins to meet up with the Deva. And Davus asks, who exactly is the Deva? And he says that the Deva is a angel that is in charge of this county here. So he has to go to the Deva and get permission to guard the Celestial Library. So they're going to head that way now. The couatl will tell them what direction to go. Our heroes make their way on a dirt path that the couatl has found, and they've gone for about an hour or so. And we're going to roll a wandering monster check to see if they encounter anything. No, they do not, so they continue on. They move on and come across a tree line, so they decide to take a look in there and see if they can find any wild mushrooms or any wild food. So JL goes in there and looks around. He doesn't find anything, so they continue on their way. They travel for some time more, and they come to a fork in the road, so Davus isn't sure whether to go left or right. He's about to ask the couatl which way, but it feels like something's reading his mind. He's never had this feeling before, so he goes back and talks to the couatl and says to the couatl, do you know which way to go? Is it left or is it right? And the couatl says, I don't know. He's like, I was just given general directions on how to get here. I didn't know there was a fork in the road. Davus says to him, he's like, are you capable of magic? And the couatl says, yes. He's like, well, I felt something reading my mind, and the couatl says that was me. I was trying to figure out if you knew which way to go or not. So anyhow, they're going to roll to see which way to go because they don't know. 1 through 3 left, 4, 5, 6 right. They're going to take the left fork in the road. They travel down the dirt path some more, and as they come by a hill, some guys with bows on the top of the hill roll to see if they get surprise on them. They do not. The couatl has a passive perception of 15, so we're going to roll for initiative now. These guys mean harm to the party. So here's the order. It's Kamal, who is the couatl, then Thug 2, then Maggie, then Thug 3, then Jorg Lang, then Davus, then Thug 4, then Rudolph Brown, and then Thug 1. So Kamal is going to go. Kamal flies up onto the hill here and attacks this guy from the rear. He's doing a biting attack, so it's a +8, so that's a 23 that hits. And it does 1d6 plus 5 piercing damage. So it does 10 piercing damage. And then this guy has to succeed on a DC 13 Constitution check. Otherwise, he's poisoned and knocked unconscious. So he does not. He's poisoned and knocked unconscious. Next up is Thug number 2. He's going to fire his bow. He's going to fire it at the couatl. So he gets a total of 9, which isn't going to be enough to hit the couatl. And he'll take one more shot with his bow. He's got multi-attack. Next one is a 16. Let's see if that hits the couatl. No, it doesn't. He's got an AC of 19, so both missed. Now Maggie is up. She's got a speed of 50 feet. So she's going to try to move. She runs up to here That's 25 feet, and that's too steep for her to get up there. So she uses the remainder of her movement and just gets her to there. That's it. And that's the end of... Actually, she can do a dash now to move up if she wants. I think she will. So she uses that to move up here into contact, but she doesn't have... She's used her action and bonus action, so she can't attack. Thug number 3 is up. He moves here and attacks Maggie with a sword. Gets a 19, but he's got pack tactics. Since another guy's adjacent to Maggie, he gets to roll again too. Alright, so it's just a 19. And it's going to do 1d6 plus 2 damage. So it does 5 damage to Maggie. But he's got multi-attack, so he takes one more attack. Miss. That hits. So another 7, so that's 12 damage to Maggie. So she's down to 10 hit points. Now JL is up. He is going to use his... He's going to move, and then he's going to use his bow. So he moves to there, and then he's going to fire his bow at that guy. And that's a 17. That's enough to hit. So he does 6 damage to Brigand number 2. Davus is going to fire his Ray of Frost at Brigand number 2. That's this guy right here. So that's an 18 that hits, and it does D8 damage. So it does 6 damage to him. Then he's going to use his action surge to fire it again. And he misses. But he still can move up. Makes it to there. Now thug number 4 is up. He's going to fire at... Thug number 4 is him. He's going to fire at JL. So first is a miss. His second attack is a hit. And he's going to do 5 damage to JL. Now RB is up. RB has a bow too, so he's going to move to here. And then he's going to fire his bow at number 2. That's a hit. And that does 5 damage to number 2. Alright, now it's Thug number 1's turn, but he is knocked out, so it goes to the top of the order again. So Couatl is up again. And flies over here. And he's actually still hovering in the air here, but he's attacking from the hover. He's got, well, he doesn't get advantage since he's higher up than Maggie. But he's going to try and bite that guy. Gets an 18, that's a hit. And he's going to do 1d6 plus 5 damage. So he does 11 damage to him. And then that guy has to roll to see if he gets knocked out. Poisoned and knocked out. He does get poisoned and knocked out. Now Thug number 2 is up. He turns and he's going to attack Maggie with his short sword. First one's a crit. So he does 6 damage to her, and second attack is also a crit. Wow. Actually, no, it was more than 6 because it was a crit and an extra die roll. So 11 damage, and the second one would be 6, so we're at 17. Plus 6, 23, so Maggie is down. Alright, it's Thug number 3's turn, and he's knocked out. So now it's JL is up. So he's going to fire at this guy, number 2. Let me check if it's a 13. Is it a 13? Yeah, it's a 13. Yeah, that's enough to hit. Does 5 damage to him. Alright, now Davus is up. Davus uses one action to move to here. Or not one action, he uses his move to go there, and then he uses his action to fire a ray of frost at that guy. And that's actually a hit. 13 is good enough to hit. And does 7 damage to thug number 2. So thug number 2 is down to 9 hit points. Now thug number 4 is going to go. He's right here. He's going to fire at JL. Gets a crit. So 2, 3, and plus, hold on one sec. So he does a total of 5 damage. And he's going to do a second bow attack, which misses. So JL takes 5, and he's down to 12 hit points. Now RB is up. He fires his bow at that guy there. Not good enough. So he's going to use his movement to get to here. And thug number 1 is up, but he's knocked out. So couatl is up again, our favorite couatl. And turns this way and attacks this dude right here. If you haven't figured it out yet, couatls are very tough. And he gets a crit. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 6, 11 damage to him. Let's see if he's still alive before he rolls to see if he's knocked out. Yeah, he's actually dead. Oh wait, no, he was attacking number 4. No, he's still alive. All right, so this guy has to roll to see if he's knocked out. And yes, he's knocked out. So now thug number 2 is up, which is him right there, and he's going to fire. And he's got 4 available targets. Let's see who he's going to go for something on the hill. So let's see which one he goes for. He fires at RB. So first one's going to be a hit, and does 4 damage to him. And then second attack misses, so RB takes 4 damage. Maggie has to do a death save. She passes her first death save. And thug number 3, who's knocked out, so JL goes, and he's going to fire at him. That's a miss. So he moves over to here. Now Davus is up. He moves up here by him and attacks with this great sword. Wow, that misses. That sucks. Now RB is up. So let me move this one out of the way just so he can get up here. He's going to attack 2 with his pitchfork. And he gets a hit. And his pitchfork will do D8 plus 2 damage. So it does 8 damage to number 2. Let's see if he's still alive. Yeah, he's got 1 hit point left. So now it's thug number 1 who is knocked out. It's back to couatl, who's just going to fly to there and attack. There's not enough room to move the figure. So he gets an 8 plus, he's got a plus 8 is 16, so he hits and does 10 damage, so that guy is dead. So 2 of them were killed, and 2 are currently knocked down. They get 400 XP, and when they go through their possessions, they just find bows and swords and some money. They find the money and jewels they find are worth 400 gold, and they got 400 XP. Davus asked the couatl what we should do with the knocked out ones, and the couatl says it wouldn't be fair to kill them while they're knocked out, so he recommends they just take all their weapons away and just leave them there. So that's what they do. They take his weapons away and leave them there, so when they wake up they can't go after them. So they're going to move on their way now. Forgot Maggie's knocked out there, so RB will go over here and give her a potion to wake her up. And all the characters take a 15-minute rest here to get some hit points back, and by spending some hit. So they've taken a 15-minute break and spent some hit dice, so they're back on the road and moving towards the ruins for the Deva. Hopefully, that is, if this fork in the road, that the side they chose was the correct one. They travel for several hours, and they're passing by a hill. They're going to do a wandering monster check. And no wandering monster, so they're going to take another 15-minute rest and then get moving again. They finished their 15-minute rest and moved on, and they've gone for quite a ways now, and they stopped once to get water, but they continue on, and they're near a forest now. And JL says he thinks he sees a deer in the forest. So Davus tells him, shoot it, we can eat it. And add it to our ration. So JL is going to take a shot at it. It's obscured. Let's see what happens. He has to roll with disadvantage, actually. Or excuse me, not with disadvantage. He has to remove 4 because it's in cover. So actually he misses, but he hears a rustle in the woods then. A humanoid appears who looks like kind of like a cross between a human and a deer, and he does not look happy that he's been shot at, so we're going to see if he gets surprise on them. Actually, he does. So he charges the first person in front of him, which is Davus. And for him, the charge is an actual attack. So he gets a +8 to his attack, so that's a 27 that hits. And does d6 plus 3 damage to Davus, so that's 7 damage to him. And then he's going to do his sword attack. His sword misses. So let me record the damage for Davus. So Davus is down to 21. Alright, so I've rolled initiative now, and the first one to go is JL, then RB, then Davus. Then the bad guy, who's a deer man, and then Maggie, and then Kamal. So JL is going to go. JL runs over here and gets behind him, and he's going to use his shovel on him. So he gets advantage when he attacks. He's got a +4 to his attack. So he gets a 10 and an 8. That's not going to be enough, so he does not hit him. Alright, so RB is up next. RB moves over here and attacks him with his pitchfork. So he gets a +4. So that's a 17, which isn't good enough. And now he's going to do his kick attack. And the kick misses too. Now Davus is up. And he's going to attack with his great sword. Gets a +5. He's got it, so that's a 17, not good enough, but he's got advantage. And the next one misses too. Alright, so he's going to use an action surge, so he gets an extra attack against him with advantage. First one missed. Yeah, that missed too. Alright, now the deer goes. Let's roll to see who he attacks. Attacks Davus again. He can't do his charge because he needs at least 5 feet of movement to do that, so he's just doing his sword attack, which misses. Davus got lucky. Alright, now Maggie is up. She moves over here and gets advantage. Alright. So that's 11, that's a miss, and the next one's a 5, which is a miss too. Now Kamal is up, They really need couatl. So he flies over. Actually, he doesn't even have to fly over there. He goes over here and attacks. He's doing it from a hover. He's got a +8 to his roll. It has a 23, so that hits. And that does 11 damage. And he has to succeed on a DC 13. He did, but it wouldn't have mattered because this guy's actually immune to poison, so he can't be knocked out by the couatl. So I recorded his damage. And now JL is up. JL's got advantage. He's sitting right here behind him. And it's a miss. This guy's got a shield and stuff. He's tough. That one's actually a hit. So it does a total of 6 damage to him. Now RB is up and he's going to attack with his pitchfork. That's a hit. Let's just check for a crit. Alright, so it does D8 plus 2 damage. So it does 10 damage and now he's kicking him. His kick missed. Now Davus is up. He's going to attack with his great sword. Missed. Alright, both missed, so he doesn't get another attack because he's already used his action surge. And now the bad guy goes. Let's see who he attacks. I'll roll a d4. Or actually, oh, and there's actually 5 there. So this time he attacks RB. And that's a hit. That's a 27. And does 9 damage to RB. Now Maggie is up and she's got advantage. She's right there. Miss. Miss. Now Kamal is up and is attacking. Let's see what attack he's going to do. He's going to do a constricting attack on him. And he missed. So now JL is up again. Oh, I got a crit there. So he does a total of 11 damage to him. That's with a shovel. Now RB's up. He's going to attack with his pitchfork. Yeah, missed. Davus is up, attacking with his greatsword. Hit. Just checking for a crit. Alright, so it does D10 plus 3 damage. So, jeez, a total of 4 damage only. Now the bad guy is up. He's going to attack. He's going to attack Davus. And gets a hit. And does 4 damage to Davus. Now Maggie is up. That's going to be a hit. Checking for a crit. No crit. Alright, so she does, let's see how much damage. D6 plus 2. So she does 3 damage to him, which I guess is better than nothing. Now Kamal is up. He's going to do his constricting attack. He actually moves here. He's actually right above Davus. But, well, he doesn't get advantage there, so he's just going to stay where he is, I guess. Gets a hit though, 21 total. That's for the 2 hit. And then let's see how much constricting damage does. 2d6 plus 3 damage. 1, 6, 9 damage. So he looks pretty, like he's starting to get bloodied. Now JL is up. He's going to attack with that famous shovel of his. That one's a miss. No dice. Alright, RB is up. He's attacking with his pitchfork. No hit. Davus is up, attacking with his greatsword. That's a hit. Alright, so he's going to do 10 damage to him. Now the bad guy is up. Let's see who he's attacking. He's attacking Davus again. And that's not good enough to hit. Now Maggie goes. She rolls with advantage. Misses everything. And now couatl is up, or couatl. And he misses. So it's back to JL with the shovel. That's a hit. Alright. That's 6 damage. Now RB is up attacking with his pitchfork. Miss. Now Davus is up. He misses too. And a bad guy goes now. Let's see who he's going to attack. He attacks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Maggie. Poor Maggie. But he misses though. Alright, JL is up with a shovel. Or sorry, no, he is not up. Now Maggie is up, rather. She misses. And couatl is up. Miss. Now JL. Hit. Does 5 damage. RB is up. E misses. Now Davus. That's a hit. And he does D10 plus 3, 9 damage to him. Now bad guy goes. He's going to attack. He's going to attack the couatl. And misses. So now Maggie's up. Miss. And the couatl goes. He misses. So now it's back to JL with the shovel, which is the only weapon that seems to hit, really. He missed though. RB's up with his pitchfork. That hits. So that does 9 damage to him. He looks like he's in really bad shape. Now Davus is up. Can Davus finish him off? Yeah, he gets a crit. So that's 1, 4 plus 3 is 7. That's exactly enough to kill him. So this deer guy is dead. Take a look at this figure. This is kind of cool. I've had this for years. It's a dude with like a deer head on it. Oops. Yeah, he's got like a deer head on it and stuff. It's kind of cool. Other side, the shield's painted up and stuff on him. But they check his possessions and all. They don't find any money or anything. The only thing they find that could be useful is like the sword and the shield, but they don't really need it. So they're going to continue on. Actually, first they're going to take a 15-minute rest and spend some hit dice and then move on. They make their way to the ruins, so it looks like they took the correct turn on the fork in the road. So the couatl says, let's wait here for the Deva. The Deva will show up when she feels it's right. So here ends our episode. I'll have another episode in about 2 weeks, and the Deva will arrive, and we'll see what happens. Have a good evening.